Number 3 for tonight, guys, before I go to bed, because it's like freaking late right now. Okay, let me explain to you guys what I think would happen, will happen between Umar and Corey Sandhagen. So, Umar Nurmagomedov is good at his feints, controlling distance, and obviously his takedowns in the open space, high kicks. He has a variation of dynamic kicks. He's not as good with his hands. I'll explain what I mean by that before people just jump on me. So he switches to southpaw often, but how you know he's comfortable, a lot more than his cousins and training partners and etc. But he moves in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, there's no right or wrong really in this situation. It's how you use it. Say it straight ahead. But yeah, he uses that to set up different stuff, and if it doesn't land, it just doesn't land. He at least doesn't panic and struggles to find a fight from there. He has options, but he's not as dynamic as people think. If he can get, how can I say this? If he can get stifled on his feet or get neutralized. What I mean by that is his biggest problem is lateral motion. Now, he did quite well in the Barcelos fight, if I'm not mistaken. The one where he did the knee left hook, which is a very good combo, by the way. Reason why, you're trying to defend the knee, but you see this hook coming and you can't stop it. Even with your guard up, it's going to land. Your best option is just to chow it, or you need to get in that hook. But it's a problem because in MMA, gloves are tiny. There's always gaps. Always. Meaning you have to decide what's the worst. The knee to the body, which is going to be hard, or a knock on the head, top of the head, wherever it lands. You need to decide. But what I saw is his lateral motion, or string of how he can change direction, is not at the utmost highest level. That is where Corey Sandhagen differs. He's a lot better at lateral motion and coming around on angles. He showed this versus Vera, he showed this versus Frankie Edgar even Peter Yan, even though he lost that fight, that was so technical, and he showed how good his movement is there, and it's improved. And the good thing with lateral motion or angles is that it stifles takedowns, it stifles certain motions of striking, it stifles people from throwing certain stuff or getting certain things going, like the feinting game. Especially if Umar does what he does often, where he likes switching to southpaw. I think he's a right-hander, he just likes this so he can aim. But he likes switching to southpaw while he's moving this side. And yeah, the problem is Corey can catch him the way Marlon Vera caught Dominic Cruz. Now Dominic Cruz does this, where he dips like this. And that's why people slowly, with time, caught on that you should throw the high kick when he's dipping one of the sides. You need to manipulate him to do something that you want him to, and then you catch him. I.e. his very bad loss versus Henry Cejudo with the knee, and then versus Marlon Vera, the bad kick to the nose. Now, Corey can stifle Umar when he is moving this way by throwing these kicks and forcing him this way, literally trapping him essentially, or just stopping the straightforward takedowns, because Corey will move this way while he's stopping Umar. Umar will shoot. He might get a single leg, he might get a low single leg by the ankle. But Corey can then defend because he's in the middle of the cage. But here's the only big problem. Umar is very good at open space takedowns. Much better than Islam. You guys can go watch it. And better than Khabib even. Khabib was a beast shooting from across the cage. It's crazy how quick he can get to your legs. But Umar is not that quick. He's just very sharp at knowing when. Now, I do think Corey will stuff them and get away now and again. It will just depend on how he uses his footwork, and if he doesn't get caught up in the striking of Umar. Because you can see in the Barcelos fight, before the knee left hook, He was really confused at how well Umar is on his feet, how good he is. He was just like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? He's going to go for a takedown? I don't know what to do. And then the feint game and the switching, the fluent switching with multiple different attacks. The switch kick, the teep kick, the front kick to the body from southpaw, all of these things kept him away. So he's at the distance where he's comfortable to strike, but he doesn't know what's coming. So he can't strike too much. That's why he threw multiple overhands and stuff that did land in the end, but it was kind of like, I landed that, but next time I can feel I'm not going to land that. Any guy who has sparred has been in that position where, wham, he lands this good shot. You land this good shot. You're like, okay, cool, but I don't know if that's going to work next time. His movement is not always where he's in that position. And even if you're moving, you see a guy move into that zone, you can see where he's barely out of it, or he's going to move out, or he's going to throw just before you throw, and he's going to catch you when you're coming in. You feel it, and your body reacts to it. And that's what was happening. The guy was just standing there. That's why when he got preconditioned that Umar is going to throw a kick or straight left, that's when Umar went flying knee, and with the hook coming wide around. And that was genius, because a friend of mine, if he ever watches this video, he will know who it is, and the people that know me will know who I'm talking about. He's a Portuguese guy and a bit big. Think about it. Oh, and he likes to fight often. He has done this way back, even when we were kids. He did this. Now imagine a 6'4" guy doing this in the street. And it's way back then when I learned that if somebody throws the flying knee from behind, you will have to decide with your bare hands and small MMA gloves pick your poison, which one you're going to eat, because you're going to eat the knee to the body. Even if you're like this, it will pop your arms open or hurt your arms because the knee will land, or you will eat the shot on the chin. And that's why he couldn't get away from that shot and got knocked out. Genius. Now, stuff like that is where the spanner is going to get thrown in the range, in the machine, and we'll see what happens with Corey. But I think Corey's going to stay on his jab, switching, and moving around and avoiding the takedowns, because he's a lot better at taking the center again. So yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And how the fight will go in your eyes. Cheers.